With a haul video. I know, I said I wouldn't buy paper and things, but I was at the dollar store yesterday, and this I don't think is anything new, but it was the first time I saw these. They're little ephemera packs, and you just punch out the little pieces. There's like 6 other kinds too. And I saw this. I have been on a huge vintage kick this summer, and I thought I would add it because it's really thin, so it's good for like covering home decor and that kind of thing. And it kind of goes with this pad. So this is a dollar store pad. And this is a Recollections pad. And I just thought they had very similar vibes. So, yeah. The plan is to add this to my vintage kit. And to cut out, or I guess punch out, all these little ephemera pieces. I even love that they've got the samples on the back. I mean, it's a lot less fuss and bother than print and cutting on my Cricut. So I opened up this one, no, this one, and I started punching out some of the little images, and they're pretty good quality, honestly. It's just regular weight cardstock, probably like 65 pound or so. So yeah, stay tuned for some upcoming projects. I am redoing my craft room very, minimally on a budget. So I will show some small upgrades in the photos at the end of this video, but like they are very small. And a lot of them are repurposed items that were already here in my room, or hubby built me a couple of things, and I don't think we're quite done yet. It's just we've been on this like vintage junk kick. I don't really know if that's the right way to say it, but and I just thought it'd be kind of fun to have that roll over into my craft room too. So I will likely end up doing something with these. These have been in my vintage kit for 5 years, more. I don't even know. It was back when Michaels carried 7 Gypsies, I can tell you that. 2017, so like 7 years. That sounds about right. So I will probably do some tags or something using all of the goodies from this kit, so stay tuned. I'm back, and in an epic twist, I have decided to use the actual background papers of the textural puffy stickers that were in here. I just thought they go so well, why not? And then I'll use the other papers to cover the back. Yeah, that's the plan. So, the only one that won't fit that whole template is this little sewing form. So I'll have to come up with another plan for that. But I thought I would show you a hack for making tags. I saw this on another channel, and basically you take a gift card and then you cut the different angles for tags on the gift card, and then you decide which angle you like. You cut it, and then you flip the gift card, she says, and you do the other side. I just thought that was brilliant. So now I've got a tag. And then if I want all of my tags to be the same, I can either use this, or I know I used the deep cut corner on this one. So I will finish cutting all of my tags and I will be back. I'm back, and I just decided to make a tag for the little sewing form, and then I might piece the two pieces together, so we'll see. But basically, some tags are going to have to be horizontal tags, although that one could be either. I just love these backgrounds. That one could go vertical. Oh, looks like I goofed the order. That one's going to have to go horizontal. That one's vertical. That one's a vertical. And what am I missing? Here we go. There we go. And that one's a vertical. So most of them are vertical. This one's obviously a vertical. So the plan is to probably put this on the front, cover the top, and then cover the back. So I'm going to just pull some different papers and scraps and see what I can come up with for the backs of each of the tags. So this is the front, and I've already stuck down the sticker that went with it, and then I covered it over on the back. So I will do that for the remaining stickers, and I will be back. So everything's covered. I repunched the hole so that I know where to put my metal reinforcer when I'm done. Now I've got to figure out how I'm going to cover the tops of these tags. I'll probably just end up using some of the paper that I already used, so I will do that and be right back. So the fronts and the backs are all covered. Now I'm just trying to figure out how to layer up all of the goodies. So I think I'm going to punch a couple of little things out from these little booklets, and I will be back. You get a ton of little embellishments from these little booklets. I would highly recommend, if you find them at your local dollar store, Dollar Tree, pick them up because they are well worth the $1.25. Like I said, otherwise you'd be doing like print then cut, or for me, fussy cutting is one of my least favorite parts of paper crafting, so it was just a no-brainer. I'm just pulling some different elements. I tried to kind of go with a theme. So this little bicycle with the basket on the front just made me think of somebody going to like the farmer's market to grab flowers, and once I had that set in my head, it kind of determined some of the different little pieces that I pulled for that tag. And then this one, the sticker of the coffee jar is very blue, and so I went through and I picked out a lot of the blue little ephemera pieces for layering. And then I went through to see, is there anything like a little word phrase that goes with it? And in some cases there was, and in some there wasn't really something I wanted. So I'll end up going back through them again once most of these are layered up towards the end, and I'll be picking out little things. But this has also inspired me to make even bigger tags, like for home decor. Stay tuned for that. I'm hoping to ask hubby to cut some either MDF, like thin MDF, or like 1/4 inch plywood, and then just have a play. We'll see how things go though. Because I found some more of my Tim Holtz embellishments in my antique vintage kit, and they're things that have been sitting there forever, mostly because I didn't really know what to do with them. But now that, as I said, we're starting to decorate different parts of the house with vintagey kind of vibes and like old thrifted things that we find, I feel like I have a better idea what I would like to do for decorations around the house. And so it kind of inspired the idea. Actually, this inspired the idea of the big tags. And they could be wall decor or like shelf leaners or whatever. This one, because it's a sewing form, I just picked out all of the little ephemera pieces that in my mind related back to sewing. Or like fabric. So I think there's like some little vintage gloves and the sewing scissors, and I think there was like a spool of thread and a needle. And then this one has more of a time theme. So I grabbed some of the little clocks. Yeah, you can kind of see I grouped according to what my vision for the tag was. And some of them I end up really, really happy with. And others it's just kind of like close, but I don't really know what they're missing. And then, of course, once I got on a roll, I really wanted to add other 3D elements to it too. I had originally bought that little burlap ribbon that you see in the top right, or sorry, top left of my screen for this purpose. And in the end, I didn't end up using it at all. I also wanted to pull some of my crochet ribbon and a whole bunch of other things, but I think I'll save that for the larger home decor tags because these ones were quite small and I didn't want to overcrowd them. They're already quite busy with all of the different things going on, so can't remember which one I'm working on here. Oh, it's the stacked suitcases. So this one to me was like travel themed. So I'm just flipping through and picking out little odds and ends. And now I'm looking through to see if there are any words I want to add or if there's a little something extra I want to throw in. Because at this point they all have some sort of text on them, but I wanted there to be like a sentiment or like a focal point somewhere. So any of them that didn't have any sort of words, I'm just adding that to it. And you can see I'm not really overthinking it too much. This one was a really interesting little booklet. It had a lot of little game pieces like Scrabble and dice. And I think there was like dominoes or something in it. Yeah. So it looks like I'm almost done and I'll be back to you live here in a moment. Okay, friends. That was a lot of fuss, but I'm pretty happy with the results. So these are my horizontal, and they need a little something. I think it'll probably all come together when I add the twine, and I may add some other 3D features too because these are already fairly chunky. Some of them I went simpler, some of them a little bit more elaborate. You get the picture. So I will finish these up and then I will come back with I guess we're going to call this a tag flip. I don't really know what else to call it. So I will be back with a tag flip. All right, I'm back. So the plan is to put 3 buttons on each tag. I may or may not use some twine in them. We shall see. I've got all the buttons picked out and I am ready to go. So I will be back when these are all glued down. All right, friends, I am back one last time. So this is all of the tags completed. They're not as chunky as I would have thought. The buttons added a little something. I don't know how or if I'm going to use these. They may just get pinned to my inspiration board, or I may just keep them. I don't really have any thoughts or plans for them. But yeah, I really like them. I'm also really glad to have used these stickers because, as I said, they've been in my stash for, well, 7 years now, according to the stickers themselves, the date. So there we go. It's a vintage flip, I guess we'll call it. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can see them better. So that's it for me for today, friends. As always, thanks for coming to hang out with me, and I will see you next video. Bye for now.